Elon Musk fired my wife. A Tesla Model 3 owner's roast. It's one thing to lose your job, but it's another when the reason behind it sparks a fiery debate about power, influence, and ethics. That's exactly what happened when Elon Musk's policies indirectly cost someone close to me their livelihood. And this isn't just a personal story. It's a reflection of how far-reaching decisions made by tech moguls can ripple through lives in ways we don't always anticipate. But here's where it gets interesting. Does this justify turning your back on a product you once loved? Let's dive into this tale because trust me, it's not just about cars. It's about values, priorities, and even revenge. Revenge, as they say, is most satisfying when it's served cold. But sometimes it comes with a side of wit, sharp enough to cut deep while leaving room for laughter. This is precisely the tone struck in a recent episode of Engineering Explained, a popular YouTube channel known for its insightful takes on vehicles and technology. In this particular video, host Jason Fensky recounts an experience that mixes humor, frustration, and admiration, all directed at none other than Elon Musk himself. The story begins with a bold statement. Because of Elon Musk and Doge, my wife lost her job at the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. For those unfamiliar with the context, this refers to budget cuts or policy shifts allegedly influenced by Musk's actions or ideologies. The host doesn't mince words when expressing his disappointment over the situation. His wife, whom he describes as an incredible person, was let go. A decision phrased officially as her knowledge, skills, and abilities no longer meeting the department's current needs. Ouch. But hold on, it gets more complicated. Despite his grievances, Fensky admits he has nothing against Tesla as a company, or at least not entirely. After owning a Tesla Model 3 Performance for 7 years, he shares why he fell head over heels for the electric vehicle, EV. Yet there's a twist. He's now selling it. Why? Because loyalty only goes so far when principles are tested. If you're short on time or simply prefer a summary, buckle up. We'll break down the highlights without skimping on details. First, let's talk about the financial side of owning a Tesla Model 3. Spoiler alert. It's a mixed bag. Key takeaway number 1. Cost savings are real, but so are hidden expenses. Over the course of 7 years and 63,000 miles, the host calculated that his Tesla consumed roughly 18,400 kilowatt-hours of electricity, costing him under $2,000. Compare that to a gas-powered sedan with similar performance specs, which would likely rack up over $12,000 in fuel costs during the same period. Sounds impressive, right? Maintenance costs were relatively low too, at first glance. Over 7 years, repairs totaled $3,262.10. However, dig deeper, and you'll find that nearly $2,600 went toward replacing 2 tires and wheels damaged by road hazards. Subtract that, and the actual maintenance expenses drop below $600 for 60,000 miles. Not bad. Insurance rates? Similar to traditional cars, hovering around $120 per month. But here's the catch. EV owners face higher annual registration fees due to built-in road taxes meant to compensate for the lack of gasoline purchases. It's a sneaky fee that many buyers overlook until it shows up on their bill. And then there's depreciation, the silent killer of car investments. Contrary to popular belief, Teslas aren't immune to losing value. Case in point. The host compared his 7-year-old Tesla, originally purchased for $67,000, to his 8-year-old Subaru Crosstrek, bought for $25,000. The Subaru retained 60% of its value, $15,000, whereas the Tesla plummeted to just 25%, $17,000. A stark reminder that EVs might save money up front, but won't necessarily hold their worth long-term. Key takeaway number 2. Performance that wows. Despite these drawbacks, the Tesla Model 3 delivers jaw-dropping performance. Here's what stood out to the host. 1. Throttle control *. The instant acceleration feels unparalleled, offering pinpoint precision whether you're cruising or pushing the limits. 2. Braking system *. Unlike many modern EVs, the mechanical brake pedal operates independently of regenerative braking, giving drivers more control. 3. Driving dynamics *. Thanks to its low center of gravity and balanced weight distribution, the Model 3 handles like a dream, especially during spirited drives. 4. Supercharger network * charging anxiety dissipates when you have access to Tesla's expansive supercharger network, making road trips less stressful. 5. Battery longevity * even after 7 years, the battery retains 85% of its original capacity, a testament to advancements in EV technology. 6. Sensor suite * radar and ultrasonic sensors work together seamlessly, covering each other's blind spots effectively. 7. Interior features * from the intuitive gearshift lever to lumbar support in the passenger seat. Small touches enhance comfort and usability. ### Key takeaway number 3. One major flaw: windshield wipers. For all its brilliance, the Model 3 has one glaring flaw: the automatic windshield wipers. According to the host, they're practically useless. Picture this: light rain reversing and suddenly the wipers go haywire. It's baffling, frustrating, and downright comical. 7 years later, this issue remains unresolved. A bizarre oversight in an otherwise cutting-edge machine. ### Final thoughts. Is selling the right move? The rest of the video leans heavily into tongue-in-cheek commentary, subtly roasting Musk while acknowledging his contributions to innovation. Whether you view this move as justified retaliation or an overreaction depends on your perspective. What's undeniable, though, is the complexity of balancing admiration for a product with disdain for its creator's actions. So, what's next for EV enthusiasts? If you're shopping for a new ride, the host suggests checking out Lucid Motors. https://lucidmotors.com/configure referral code =TESSAB3, a rising star in the EV world. And if you'd like to explore more Tesla-related content, consider reading about common issues like paintwork concerns or challenges with matte wraps. What do you think? Should we hold companies accountable for broader societal impacts, or is separating the product from the person the smarter approach? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Elon Musk's empire in crisis. Trump feud, risky business moves, and that black eye explained. When it comes to the intriguing world of Elon Musk, it's easy to overlook the subtle signs of chaos brewing beneath the surface. Imagine a moment where all eyes are fixated on Donald Trump, and amidst this vibrant spectacle, a peculiar detail sneaks past everyone's attention: a bruise on Musk's face. Was it the oversized Doge cap he was sporting? Was he too busy nonchalantly rolling his neck, as if indulging in some luxurious spa treatment? Perhaps it was merely the surrounding hubbub that led many to completely miss it. Regardless, a surprising 40 minutes ticked by before someone finally addressed the elephant in the room. What caused the noticeable mark on Musk's face? In a candid revelation, Musk attributed his facial bruise to an incident involving his young son X. "I jokingly told him, 'Go ahead, punch me in the face,' and he did just that," he explained, shedding light on the playful yet painful parenting moment. The bruising didn't register as significant at first. He merely brushed it off, stating, "I didn't really feel much at the time. And then I guess it bruises up." This anecdote raises some intriguing questions about parenting styles amidst the frenzy of being a billionaire and leading a global empire. It's fascinating to think how Musk, a figure often associated with groundbreaking ventures and fierce rivalries, navigates the everyday challenges of fatherhood. But here's where it gets controversial. Does his approach reflect a laid-back parenting style or a reckless gamble with responsibility? What are your thoughts on the balance between fun and discipline? Feel free to share your perspective in the comments. Elon Musk's Tesla dilemma. Why shareholders want a full-time CEO? Some Tesla investors are calling for a dedicated CEO, but that's not how Elon Musk operates. This is a pivotal year for Tesla, and Elon Musk knows it. In January, he boldly stated that 2025 could be, perhaps, the most significant year in the company's journey, with ambitious plans to launch its long-awaited robotaxi service and humanoid robots. However, Musk's focus has been diverted by a prominent position in the Trump administration, coinciding with a rise in challenges for Tesla. Even after distancing himself from that role, Musk continues to juggle numerous commitments outside of Tesla, such as initiating a third political party and addressing issues with X, his social media platform. This situation leaves Tesla, the world's most valuable car manufacturer with a workforce of 125,000 globally, lacking something that every other major corporation possesses: a full-time leader dedicated to steering its future. Instead, The company is led by a CEO whose polarizing nature is reportedly affecting sales and potentially hindering the recruitment of new talent. While it seems unlikely that Tesla's board or shareholders will push him out, many believe they should consider it. Ross Gerber, CEO of Gerber Kawasaki and an early Tesla investor, remarked, "It's unprecedented for one of the largest companies globally to operate without a full-time CEO." Gerber, who once admired Musk, now views him as a liability for Tesla. He emphasized, "Tesla is a colossal enterprise that requires significant attention, which it is currently not receiving. Tesla is grappling with a multitude of issues, including a sharp decline in profits and the most significant sales drop in its history, partly attributed to the brand damage stemming from Musk's political engagements. Additionally, the recent tax and spending bill passed by Congress has eliminated regulatory credits, a vital revenue stream for Tesla, and removed a $7,500 tax incentive for electric vehicle purchasers, further dampening demand. In the meantime, Tesla's stock, which once soared, has plummeted by over a third since reaching an all-time high last December. A company facing such dire challenges requires a CEO who is intensely focused. The escalating issues have even led some Tesla supporters to believe that Musk needs more restrictions on his activities. Dan Ives, a tech analyst at Wedbush Securities, stated in a recent client note, "We believe this is a critical juncture in Tesla's narrative, and the board must act now to establish guidelines for Musk regarding his political pursuits." I've suggested that the board should enforce rules on how much time Musk dedicates to Tesla and create an oversight committee for his political endeavors. He added, "Tesla is entering a crucial phase of its growth cycle, with the future of autonomy and robotics on the horizon, and cannot afford to have Musk preoccupied with forming a political party that demands extensive time and resources." Tesla did not respond to CNN's inquiry regarding the calls for Musk to increase his presence at the company. However, Musk reacted to Ives' recommendation by posting on X, "Shut up, Dan. It's not just analysts advocating for Musk to prioritize his role at Tesla." Several shareholders, including some Democrats managing public sector pension funds invested in Tesla, expressed concerns in May to board chair Robin Denholm, stating that Musk's external activities are detrimental to the company. The letter stated, "Musk's outside projects seem to have diverted his focus from actively managing Tesla's operations, as any other CEO of a publicly traded company would be expected to do." The current crisis at Tesla highlights the long-standing issues stemming from the CEO's absence. Even if Musk is compelled to concentrate solely on Tesla, Gerber believes he no longer shows enthusiasm for the core electric vehicle business, which continues to lose market share despite a global increase in electric vehicle sales. "He seems disinterested in the car industry now," Gerber noted. "He's aware that he's not well-liked, so he thinks, let's just concentrate on the robotaxi initiative and robot development, because if I present a shiny new object, people will overlook the fact that Tesla is facing real challenges and I lack solutions for them." Tesla enthusiasts might argue that the focus should be on the launch of the robotaxi service and advancements in self-driving technology, robotics, and artificial intelligence. However, serious doubts linger about whether Musk is the right individual to guide the company through this complex transition. For instance, the robotaxi service made its debut last month in Austin, Texas, but only on a limited scale and exclusively for invited guests, not the general public. This is significantly behind Alphabet's Waymo, which is already providing over 250,000 paid rides weekly in cities like Austin, Los Angeles, Phoenix, and San Francisco. Gerber, who still drives a Tesla and has profited over $100 million from his investments in the company, has sold nearly all his Tesla shares and advised his clients to do the same. He expressed his frustration, stating that with effective leadership, the company could achieve its objectives. However, he believes Musk is not the right leader for this task. "I don't think he has a clear understanding of reality at this point, and it seems there's no one around to challenge him and say, 'Dude, you're not perceiving the world like everyone else is right now,'" he remarked. Yet, Gerber also doubts that the Tesla board will impose any restrictions on Musk, let alone replace him. "He's not going anywhere," he concluded.